I think the Civil Aviation Minister should issue a statement on this now. This has gone on too much. Captain C.S. Randhawa is with us. He's President of the Federation of Indian Pilots. Captain Randhawa, good evening. I have with me, suddenly we sent the email to the DGCA saying that the UK Civil Aviation Authority had put out a fresh warning on the 15th of May 2025 regarding the fuel shutoff valve and recommended mandatory actions on the Boeing aircraft. And why did you not do it? Why were you not aware? This happened 28 days before the AI-171 crash. At 5:30 p.m., 5 hours after receiving an email, they are saying that they are issuing compliance for the engine fuel and control for all affected aircraft registered in India. They did not do this for 8 years. But indirectly over the weekend, the whole system got together to blame the pilots. And the narrative that the pilot is to blame was put all over the world, including it was leaked in that way before the official release of the report in newspapers in America and the United Kingdom. Now this fresh fact comes out that there was a problem with, I don't know, you are the pipe, with the fuel shutoff valve actuator on the B787. And there's a recommended procedure on managing it on a daily basis, which was not recommended by DGCA. How do you view these developments, sir? What does it tell you about the theories being put around the crash?
First and foremost thing, as my friend just mentioned, that throughout the investigation and since last so many days, no one has brought up this engine failure on the NI aircraft NH985, which happened in Osaka on 17th of January of 2019. When when the aircraft landed, both the thrust levers they were brought back and the thrust reversers were taken. The aircraft did not indicate that it had gone to ground mode, and it had shut down both the engines without the pilot's intervention to move the fuel control switches. So this is now taking shape that there could be a electronic malfunction from the TCMA going the electric supply into the EEC, which goes to FedEx and which controls the fuel valves. Now the valves are picked up, their positions are picked up by the DFDR, which is the black box. So what I'm saying that it is premature for any panelist or anyone in the world to start blaming the pilots, and without any concrete evidence of any nature. The report should have been more elaborate on what has transpired even in the cockpit through the cockpit voice recorder decoding. That is also not proper. It has to be word by word. Who said whom? Because the controls were with the first officer, who's Captain Clive, and the pilot monitoring was Captain Sabharwal. They were highly experienced pilots, and I have trained Captain Sabharwal. There is no inclination of suicide and all, which one of our colleagues in India brought up, that it could be a suicide. That is absolutely absurd, and such people should be punished to make a statement which is baseless, not based on anything. And this could create a fear psychosis around the world among the passengers. So it is not advisable at all that such statements are made without any such basis. There are procedures in the pilot's training. We teach the pilots over and over again that what actions they're supposed to take. And these, I again reiterate that there are two mandatory actions which the report has not brought out. The first mandatory action in case of twin engine flame out is fuel control switches are to cut off and run. Now, in the report, they say within 1 second it has happened. You ask any engineer or the manufacturer, can this be done in 1 second? Answer is no. The second point is that the Boeing says you have the RAM air switch has to be put on to ensure that the RAM is definitely deployed. They have not talked about the RAM air switch being on. The RAM has deployed. both engines flamed out, RAD deployed, no mention of the RAD switch, no mention clearly that the CVR is very clear. The pilots are saying no one has switched off. So maybe there is an disruption of power, because the live survivor, his statement is not at all being considered. He has said after takeoff, after some time, he saw the lights flickering in the cabin. Now lights are off. Why will they flicker? If there may be a power interruption. So his evidence also should be taken into cognizance while the investigations are going on. And the investigation needs to be more elaborate, because I find this report is not very elaborate. And lot of points.